Michael Grubb from Evolve Ministry. Now, I decided to choose this little spot right here because it's nice and simple. You can easily see if there's stuff coming in, which is nothing more than energy or information, really. And today's lesson is going to be on buzzing, humming. Now, I think as a teacher, it's really important that you give people, you show them exactly what the technique is doing and what it's offering, as opposed to me showing you something inside the home. I'm not giving, if I do that, I'm not giving you any criteria as to how it operates or showing you that, this actually has an effect which can be seen and probably even measured to a certain degree. So anyway. Okay, so what's happening there, obviously, I just accelerated the particles. Okay, I made everything kind of move quicker, and I added more juice to the environment. Now, what's going on there is that when you hum, and you're using that buzz sound. There's the other one too, the which is more of an oscillation. Kind of like circles, all right? Here. So that's more of a cycle or an oscillation that keeps things going at a certain tempo. So if I wanted to go faster, see that? Okay, so that's a way of setting a tempo, and it's also a way of setting the exact tone into the environment. You're personalizing the environment to yourself. Now, this is the ability of using your throat chakra. There's a lot of energy in here. Okay, so when I'm harmonizing, when I'm pushing, when I'm talking, okay, energy is coming off in waves all around my system, all around my body. Again, we talked about that toroidal field, which is called the Merkaba field, which is all around us, okay? And so all you have to do is know how to activate your toroidal field. Through the act of using your own personal signature there, again, you're harmonizing with the system. The system is either taking those numbers in and accepting them, or taking them and rejecting them, or even just tossing them, okay? Might as well just be going right into the garbage bin, recycle bin, or whatever. But the whole point is you're setting a tone, you're interacting with the molecules, with the atoms, okay, because this thing has an energy field too, okay? It's spewing out that same toroidal field. Spewing it out, okay? And so what I'm doing is I'm activating, and by using not only a vibration, because that's going through my system up and down and it's oscillating through, well, it's doing the same thing here. Okay, so what I'm creating on the inside is now reflecting on the outside. So I have the exact results that I need from it. So if I put my hands up, then I'm getting a certain result. If I hum, I get a certain result. If I couple all those things, remember I told you, mind, body, and spirit. There's so many different ways to connect in. Now, I've talked about humming before, pitch, harmonization. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you are on key. So even if you have to practice online, getting tones, you listen, go onto YouTube, type in A, B, C, D, whatever, and then mimic it. Get that perfect tone. And then go out, because if you're off key, you'll actually sometimes cause grading damage to the system. It won't put out a lot of energy. Sometimes it will put out a lot of energy, but because it's in pain, okay? So, but nonetheless, it's very true. You want to be on key, as much on key as possible, but within a range which suits you. So if you're a natural soprano, or if you're a baritone, or if you're a bass, it doesn't matter, or a tenor, alto, do it in a range which is comfortable to your voice, and then share that frequency. I can tell you this, the system is going to be far more reactive and willing to give you energy back if you're sharing with it. And part of humming is sharing with the system. You're sharing with everything. Okay, so what we're trying to learn here is to become harmonious, loving, and the more loving and harmonious we are, usually the more the system is willing to cooperate with us. Okay? Now, keep in mind when I talk about the system, I'm also talking about everything in general, because there is an outside of this system, believe it or not, okay? And out there, it's roughly the same way. Everything is harmonic. Everything is beautiful. There are a few places that are negative, and there are a few places out there that are even more dense, say, than the reality that we think of it as here on Earth. Believe it or not, there's other places that even get more physical, more dense, and the people are even meaner, okay? Now, for the most part, people don't think of themselves as mean, but when you haven't really ever worked on the ego, then you don't know the things that are wrong with you anyway, or the things that you need to change about yourself to make your connection better. So hence, that's the reason why the first lesson 1 was all about the ego. You have to learn on you have to learn about the things that make you weak and make your connection weaker, and then learn about the things that make your connection stronger. And from what I have found, unity, consciousness, love, peace, that's what does it. Because then everything around you can read your energy signature, and it knows whether you are the type of person that is truly there willing to connect with it, or there to try to overpower it, okay? Or there to just empower oneself. I don't know anything about that, because I realize that power is an illusion, and that the universe is the only thing that has it. Okay, so I'm just a thinking node within the entire system. Just one thinking node. Because I am a thinking node, and I realize what this is, I'm granted access to it. I don't pretend to be anything more than I am. I have done some really fun things in my life regarding all this stuff. Okay. Probably a lot of stuff that most people would never, ever believe to be real. And it goes way beyond anything that I show on YouTube. I can tell you that right now, because YouTube is not a means for that. What YouTube is for me is a means to start getting the basics of this knowledge out to other people, so that they can begin the process of learning. And now at this point, what YouTube means to me is to get it pretty much on the site and get to the people who really want to learn this, who have shown that, you know, they're willing to go that extra route. So I doubt that this will even be offered on YouTube as far as public. This is going to be for the students. Okay? So again, we went through some things there. There's many different ways to use your voice. Remember, it's mind, body, and spirit, okay? You can do things like that. You can do really high-pitched things, especially if you're female and you already have a high-pitched voice. That can be some of the most soothing voice that there is to a system like this. Beautiful, high-pitched voice that is on key. You share that with your surroundings, and you will get back lots. So remember, what we're doing is we're activating the throat chakra here through the use of vibration and sound, okay? And believe it or not, by doing this, you're also accessing not only the pineal gland, but the crown chakra as well, because that vibration that starts here goes up to the head and starts to mix, okay? One thing that you can do, here is another good thing, just to hear how your voice actually sounds, plug your ears when you're doing it. Okay? That creates a whole different dynamic into how you perceive how sound is going through your head and through your body. So that's another technique there that you can use to open up things around you. Okay? So this is Michael Grubb from Evolved Ministry. Thank you very much for watching this. And remember, the techniques are sound. They're showing you that there is a connection there by using those techniques. Eternal love to all.